Hello, everyone, and this is another episode of Ignored and Underestimated. And today, my guest is my friend Marty here, and Marty's going to tell you all about himself and his life. And Marty, take up.
Okay, I'm Marty. I was born in at Gwinnett General. I guess that's Gwinnett County, Snellville, I guess. I never really figured that out. But anyway, I'm 53. I've lived all over the Midwest for 18 years. Uh, Graduated in 92 from uh, Cross Keys High School. uh, Bisexual. Single right now. Have spina bifida. And I don't know if you know what he does.
They know.
Okay.
I've done a full video about me and my spina bifida. So tell us more about yours.
I don't. I have a C curve.
Okay.
I had a C curve, and I think I got it pretty much straightened out because I had Harrington rods put in, but then I had to take them out because they were causing breakdown. And I don't really know what else to tell you. So, I lived in St. Louis. I lived in Missouri. I lived in St. Louis, Missouri, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Kalamazoo, Michigan. I've been out of the country, Canada a few times, and South America once. 2 countries, Colombia and Ecuador. The other way around, Ecuador and Colombia. I tried to go to Mexico, but the border guy was not there because we were in Texas and we tried to cross over into Mexico, but we didn't have a way to do that. So what? Traveled all over the country, and Ohio. Where else have I been? Oh, Carolinas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, like I said.
So, like me, you like to travel.
Sure. Sure. It's all right.
Okay. What's your favorite place to travel?
I used to go to Florida a lot, so.
Okay.
I mean, my family used to go to Florida, but it's been a while since I've been to Florida.
Okay, here's a good question. How's it traveling using the wheelchair?
It's has its ups and downs, you know.
Right, because I travel some when I use the wheelchair. Like I was telling you earlier, I just booked a trip for February. I'm going out of town for 3 weeks, and I have to make accommodations when I go traveling. Yeah. So I always let them know I'm traveling with my own personal wheelchair, so they can make accommodations at the airport and everything. Yeah. And then we have to make sure we pick the right seats and make sure that we're going to be comfortable, especially, if you're going to be sitting for a long time.
Yeah. We usually get right behind the pilot.
Oh yeah, I actually this time I normally just get like an aisle seat or a window seat. I got window seats, and I got like first class or like first, like closest to the front of the plane where I'm more comfortable this time, so I have more leg room.
Well, my stepdad had to pick me up out of my chair and put me in the seat.
Well, so I mean, please, you barely weigh anything. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, he's old. He's almost 70.
Okay.
He's almost 70, and his knees are giving out, and his back is giving out.
Right. It's hard when people have to help us sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And planes aren't quite big enough for me to transfer by myself.
Right.
Yeah.
We're
not there yet.
Huh?
We're not there yet.
Right. Yeah. But the one thing, it depends on the airport. They will make accommodations to help you with stuff.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love about Delta. They'll make special accommodations, and they will help you with certain things. So it's always, so I love them for that, because they will, like, with them, when I'm flying, my chair is waiting right outside the plane door, when I get off.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I haven't done that with, I'm flying with American this time, so we'll see what happens with them.
I forgot. We've gotten screwed on a few lines.
Hmm.
We've gotten screwed on a few hairlines every now and again.
Yeah.
Every now and again, I think we've gotten screwed on everyone with phone at some point.
Yeah.
We've flown on more than one. We've flown on Delta, I think. We've flown on U.S. Airlines and
Right.
United Air.
I've flown mainly on Delta. I've done Southwest and I've done Spirit. But I prefer Delta. But only reason I'm doing American is because I'm flying directly into the city where I'm going.
Uh-huh.
And that's the only airline that goes there. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. So, tell us more about what's life like for you. Some of the things you dealt with.
Well, the main thing I deal with is I've lived my life. I've kind of half-assed my way through life, my whole life.
We all do that.
And my parents don't have the confidence in me that I would survive on my own, half-assing my way through life.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I live with my parents.
Okay.
And just taking advantage of that.
Okay. But here's a question. Do you think that you're going to be able to, at some point, be independent on your own?
That'll be, might have to have like assisted living or something similar to that.
Okay.
At some point.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I get that, and everybody's different because I have friends that live in assisted living. I have friends that don't live in assisted living.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on everybody's abilities, how they're able to adapt to their situations. Because for me, I don't live in assisted living. I live 100% independent.
Yeah.
But there have been times where I have needed help when I've had to recover from surgeries or injuries or different things where I've had to have some extra help for a while. And, stuff happens.
Yeah.
So, life, right?
Yeah.
So.
How
was it going to school, dealing with things?
Could have been better on my part.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had a lot of sick days that I just played hooky.
You know what?
I faked being sick a lot.
I didn't fake being sick, but for me, I missed a lot of school because of.
Well, I missed school because of illness and surgeries and stuff.
Yeah, I did too. It was surgeries, doctor's appointments every 3 to 6 months, surgeries. So, I was homeschooled for a lot.
Yeah.
I was homeschooled for pretty much from 2nd grade to 9th to 8th grade. I was homeschooled, and then I was homeschooled again from halfway through sophomore year to my senior year. I was homeschooled again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was never homeschooled. I think we had someone try to come and help me keep up while I was recovering from a surgery, but
yeah. But it's tough because at that time you're really not in the mood for that stuff. You're trying to deal with all the other stuff going on, the pain and all that stuff.
Yeah, and
you're really
plus your hereditary laziness,
right? Huh?
Your inherent laziness as well. I'm honest about who I am.
Okay.
I'm just honest with who I am.
I'm the same way. I'm always honest about things.
Yeah, I put people through a lot.
People deal with a lot when they're taking care of somebody like us, even if we're not tough to deal with. It's a lot of responsibility dealing with someone with a physical challenge.
Yeah.
Because we're just not. It's not something that anybody just signs up for.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to deal with.
Yeah, it's a challenge getting me motivated. I'm honest, about it.
Just have to crack the whip on you a couple times.
Smack us over the head.
I'm the same way. Some stuff I don't have the motivation to do, and some stuff I do. So I get it.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, my stepdad was bipolar. In the day, he used to call it manic depressive.
Okay.
And that is a hereditary thing, but my grandpa was like that, and his pop was like that. I guess.
I mean, it happens.
I mean, I don't know if I am manic depressive. I mean, I'm on mood stabilizers.
Okay. A lot of people get on, and that's something that can be, a lot of people deal with, and I've dealt with antidepressants and stuff in the past.
Yeah.
I know for me, I was on antidepressants for 11 years.
Oh, yeah.
I really was. And that was just something that I had to deal with. And it was bad at one point, but I've been off them. I have been off of them for 7 years now. I haven't taken anything.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've heard that lithium is just like a mouthful of salt.
It depends on because I have friends that have taken lithium and other things. And everybody's different because not every drug works for everybody. Because one of my friends, he's bipolar, PTSD, and schizoaffective, and he's taking lithium, Prozac, all that stuff. Lithium actually went toxic in his system, I think he said, and Prozac made him like either suicidal or homicidal. It depends on the medication. I mean, so your body can react to these medications really strange,
Yeah. And I do have rage issues sometimes.
Huh?
I do have rage issues sometimes.
Oh, wow.
It's easy to piss me off.
Okay.
It's possible to piss me off. Somewhere between possible and easy.
Okay, so you turn into the Hulk. You turn all green.
Nah, I don't get all green and muscular and shit. Because my wiener is really tiny. Look at that.
Okay.
Cross the line today?
Hey, we keep it unscripted and uncensored over here, but we try to keep it educational but fun. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've been told I talk softly, so yeah, I might have just glossed over. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, depending on people's hearing, because I have people that can't hear.
I'm pretty sure they probably heard you because these mics pick up pretty well. So.
Well, I don't know what we're streaming on or about to stream.
Well, no, we're recording right now.
Uh-huh.
It'll be up later.
Okay. My stepdad asked all kinds of questions about you this morning. Yeah, he was curious. I guess he just wanted to make sure you weren't gonna like rape me or something. I don't know.
Okay, this is just an interview with friends.
I just grew.
This is an interview because we're trying to get the awareness out there, get the information out here.
I know. Okay.
You know what, you knucklehead?
I could have went. I did cross the line right there, I guess.
Yeah. Don't make me. Look, I'm trying not to have to go back and edit anything. Behave. Yeah. Because I haven't had to edit once, and I'm not trying to start.
So you put the wrong subject. Because you know I'm going to shoot my mouth off in the
Behave yourself.
If I just shoot my mouth off, you never know what I'm going to say. I mean, you've been calling me on the phone for how many years now? 4 years now?
We've been friends for a few years now.
Yeah.
God help me. God help us all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But okay, so okay. Here's a question: did they have to make any accommodations when you were going to school? When you went to physically went to school, did they have to make any special accommodations?
Yeah,
I know for me, they tried when I was in elementary school, but the elementary school just physically they didn't have the resources to accommodate me, so that's why I was homeschooled from second grade on.
Yeah. Well, I just went to there. By the time I got started school, pretty much everything was accessible. All the schools already had accessibility. So.
Okay. Yeah, I grew up.
I got there, so
I grew up in a small town, so yeah, they really didn't.
I don't know what in the world I needed. They used to do it on the floor on a little board, and on my belly and motor on the floor with my hands. I don't know. I can't tell you how many times I ran over my freaking hands.
Ooh. Well, I told people I used to scoot around on the floor when I was a kid before I could walk, and I didn't walk until I was a lot older. You know, after you know, elementary school age, and really walk. And I used to scoot on the floor, and I used to scoot faster than people walk. So it was fun. It was funny as hell when I was a kid. But
How do you can turn up your butt?
huh?
How do you can turn up your butt?
No.
Oh, you can feel it on there. That's okay.
Yeah, I was good. It was fine. But here's my question. Is there anything you would like people to know that they wouldn't know about people like us? That they underestimate or they don't expect or whatever.
We're not angels. We are not saints.
Okay.
We can be up to as much shit as you got as able-bodied people and able-minded people can do.
Okay.
Anybody that can comprehend.
So, in other words, we're just like everybody else.
Yeah, we're
just as crazy and
we're just as
as
big-headed, as arrogant, and idiotic, and neurotic, and
I tell people the same thing. We're just like everybody else. We're normal like everybody else.
Yeah.
We do it. We're just like everybody else.
Yeah.
We don't do anything different.
But people with no sensation from the waist down still appreciate an attractive body or whatever. I mean, it's not quite the same way because it's all up here for some of us.
Yeah, and for some of us who don't have that problem or have some problems but have other limitations, I tell people, don't assume things about us.
Yeah.
Ask a question.
Yeah.
Because and how do you feel about this? Would you rather somebody ask you a question than assume something and then just, not say anything? I would rather you ask me a question.
Yeah, ask a question.
I get more offended if you don't ask.
I mean, I don't get offended per se, but I don't want you to feel sorry for me.
Oh yeah, I don't want your pity. I don't want your sympathy. No,
I understand if a little kid feels bad for me.
Right.
I'm disabled.
Well, but kids, I don't mind kids because kids don't mean anything by it. It's the adults that I have an issue with.
Yeah.
Because adults will try to pity you without even taking the time to get to know you.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that irritates me.
Yeah.
Like, I tell people, talk to me before you just make an assumption about me, because I could be a nice guy or I could be an asshole.
Yeah.
It just depends on how you approach me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like when people automatically assume when I need help when I'm out somewhere, it's like, ask me before you automatically try to jump in to help me. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to ask unless I really need it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, only people that I ask to help me because I take more mobility everywhere I go, just about. Unless my parents are willing to take me to, like, with family or something. I might go with, if I can get to a family member's house on Marvin Village, I might one day. I haven't done that yet, but I'm toying with that idea. But my parents usually take me if they want for meeting family at their places, because my family just is not handicap accessible really, because they don't have to be.
Right. I mean, most of my family, their places are not handicap accessible, but I make it work. I'm planning on hopefully moving in the early part of next year, and the place that I'm moving to is not handicap accessible, but I've been there and I can make it work. We are going to make one little modification, maybe, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's just from getting in from outside to in through the front door. Yeah. Like putting in like a little wooden ramp that can be put in. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm really gonna worry about.
Like I say, I only ask the motor mobility drivers to help me off the lift.
Right.
It's
like other than getting me on the bus and off the bus, I don't ask them to help me for nothing. They don't help me get in my chair. They don't help me get on my seat, because I do transfer out of my chair to a seat because I can't sit. Because I'm gonna be, because 9 times out of 10, I'm using Marta. I'm either going to work or I'm going to an appointment. And I'm going to be sitting somewhere all day long. So I just sit their seats while I'm on the bus. Okay. It's just for me. I'm more comfortable that way for that 15, 20-minute ride or however long I'm riding.
Yeah.
And so they like, do you need help with your seatbelt or with your chair? I say, nope. Just drive. They're like, thank you.
So I'm like,
they're like, thank you.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to trip up off the edge of the off the lift. That's why I get them to help.
Yeah, because that one that's dangerous too. That's a lawsuit. You'd owe Martyr after that.
Yeah.
But
as I like to, I mean, I do ask. I do. Hopefully, we'll get a driver that's going to help me up a steep hill.
Right.
Like my therapist is doing his, like a.
And some of them will, but most of them, some of them don't care.
I think it's like a 60-degree angle. Get up into this building.
Right. Well,
getting down is scary as shit.
Right.
Some scary shit getting down.
Well, we'll go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. I'm glad you came to do this with me today, and I enjoyed it. And we'll definitely have another conversation. Is there anything else you want to tell people before we end this?
Anybody single out there?
You know what? He is a clown. Don't pay him no attention. He's a clown. But we're just showing you that there are many different types of people with physical challenges. There's no just one type of person. You saw Kyle in my last video. You're seeing Marty in this one. I have other people that are coming. I'm actually probably going to make another video, just something I want to talk about personal. I'm debating it. It's going to probably piss some people off, but we'll see. But I want to thank everybody for watching. And this has been another episode of Ignored and Underestimated. Please keep watching, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and get the message out there.